looking at? Doesn't matter? Alright. What's up? We'd like to welcome you to the Melanated Madness Show. I am your man, Ardell, along with two illustrious women here to my left. I'll let them introduce themselves as I normally do.
What's up, y'all? I'm Shantae. Hey, I'm Hattie. She hit y'all with a hey.
You right?
But said I'm
Hey. So if you don't know, this is the show for us, by us. I know you heard that motto before, but here we're really gonna stick to it. So we got various topics we like to talk about that revolves around being melanated, that revolves around madness, and that revolves around us being, I guess, millennials, right?
Yeah.
In today's world, which, you know, we just had
Right?
a talk about.
That's what I was saying. Where is Trevin?
Yeah, so this episode we're recording out of Studio 18, right? Studio 18 in Orlando, Florida. Each week we probably will give you a different location out of 3 locations, kind of like a video game. So you'll like it, you'll get it that way. I'm sure no other show is doing it like that. So sit back, relax, and enjoy while I sip this water that I'm turning this way because I don't want y'all to see the name because they're not paying us for promo.
Big facts.
All right, where do we begin? Because we got a lot of shit we need to talk about.
We're going to let Shantae take this over. So, should we go topic by topic? Should I list all the topics and then we get into it? How y'all want to?
Let's do it talk show style. List the topics and then we'll...
Alright, so the topic, and I'm gonna read them off exactly how I wrote them. Alright, so y'all just gonna have to figure it out. You'll get there eventually, okay? So we're gonna be talking about aging. I can never pronounce this word, y'all. Toxicity.
Yeah. That's right.
Hey. Passed down generation to generation. Getting flued out.
Wait, what?
Getting flued out.
Oh. Yeah. Girl, I thought you said something else.
And then
and knowing Shantae, it probably would have been on point too.
And then last but not least, can men handle what they dish out?
No.
Dang, how we just
Here we go. Already.
Let's take it in order. Let's talk about this aging. So I'm gonna be honest, I'm the one who came up with this topic. And I came up with it because I see like so many like memes and stuff that be like, oh, my back hurts, my knees hurt, like over 30 sucks and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, I mean, I could relate to the little aches and pains, but overall, being in your 30s is fucking fabulous. I don't know who pissed in their Cheerios, but how you feel?
I think it depends on the individual. Granted, the older you get, the more you have to make sure you're active, so you can't really bounce back like, you know, as quick as you could if you were younger, you know, like if you were in your younger years. But I know people who are older than me, who are like 65, like 70, who still go to the skate rink. They can skate better than majority of the young people that are out there. The lady that I received training from with dance, she still does the splits. She still does because she's continuously active.
Right.
She's consistent with it. So I think it depends on the individual. No, you can't bounce back like you used to when you were younger.
Your bones are still aging.
Yeah, they're still aging.
But you can make them stronger.
My knees work, okay?
Listen, they not making the stallion knees like they used to be. But
if I didn't tell you my age, you wouldn't know it. Let me watch me in a dance video.
Well, I'm gonna say this. My knees hurt. But I also played ball in college, so I've had
wear and tear.
Yeah, wear and tear, and I've had a major, I had an ACL and MCL tear, like complete tear. So my shit's ache, but that's just normal. For me, I would say aging, apart from like the physical part, because obviously it's going to be harder to be in the best shape of your life.
Right.
Because one, as our society, you're not as active.
Right.
Right. Like when I was 25, I'm running the streets. I can play basketball 6 hours a day. I had that kind of time. Now I don't, because we do shit like the Melanated Madness shit.
Right.
So you got to kind of pick your spurts. But when I turned 30, I kid you not, like I was 29 one night, and then the next day I turned 30, and the world kind of like slowed down. It did. The world kind of like slowed down. Like my spidey senses started tingling and shit. I started picking up on shit better. Like
perception, right?
Like your perception of the world like shifts. Like, oh shit, this finally makes sense now. So I don't know what they be talking about or what I be talking about. I enjoy being. I'm in my early 30s, so I enjoy being 30 plus now. Because before, you know, when you was just 30,
baby 30.
yeah, you know, they give you that. Oh, wait till you get 30 this.
You in there now?
Yeah. I'm 2 feet in instead of a toe. I enjoy it. No, you can't recover like you used to. If you get drunk on Saturday, you won't recover till Tuesday.
I can't drink at all anymore.
Yeah, I'm a punk. I smoke though.
That I'm gonna continue to do.
Yeah,
it's been good to me
that
all
helps.
this time. So.
I mean, I've always been just like a wine drinker anyway. I've never been heavy on like hard liquor anyway. That's something that's like on occasion.
No, I hope I don't have to give up my liquor.
But
Got the crown at home.
Look, I'll say this too. The older I got, when I got into my 30s, I started picking which liquors like fit me best. Like, you know, when you're young,
you
can
just
just
whatever.
throw shit back. Like, we came up the age of like the Four Loko when it was like the Four Loko, right?
And everybody got a Four Loko story.
Yeah,
Am I right?
cracking a can. Everybody got a Four Loko story.
Yeah.
But now it's like I know what I'm gonna drink. I usually go for tequila. I know how it's going to affect me. I know how much to drink.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? I know if I drink this much, it's going to hurt a lot more than I want it to. You know what I mean? So you just like, you indulge in the same things you indulge in at 20 in your 20s, but you just do a lot. You're supposed to do it a lot smarter.
Right, you know better. You're supposed to know better.
Yeah.
There's some dumbass 30-year-olds.
I was about to say, not everybody matures and progresses.
Yeah.
So just like with the physical, it depends on the individual when it comes to that.
I would say too, like, judging from like as a man, if I'm gonna be superficial for a minute, because I'm a man, I gotta have some of that.
Go ahead.
Women's bodies, when they get like in that 30, like they start to women start to like feel themselves more. They start to like find themselves.
Yes.
So they become sexy in our eyes. And
confidence.
Like their confidence starts to like peek through. Like for the most part, it's like, all right, I've been here long enough to know who I am, what I need to do, what I'm gonna put up with, what toxic man I like, whatever the case may be. But you know, their bodies tend to shape in a way where it's like men have like the type. You know what I mean? When you're 20 and 25, and I live in Gainesville, so I live around all these college kids. They all shape the same. They all shape like they run 4 miles a day, right? Yeah. When you get older and your types change and what you're attracted to changes, especially as a man, you know, it's not more options, but it's sexy to you. You know what I mean? It's more sexy to you that like, all right, I like this type of woman. I can find this type of woman right now. You know what I mean?
Different perspective.
Yeah, it's like a different flavor.
Oh,
we in nature for real.
I was over here looking
we outside, y'all.
It's a
squirrel. Excuse you. Don't be trying to steal the show.
But let me ask y'all this: What are some of the bad things about aging? Because of course, we can rattle off the good all day long, but let's keep it a buck.
To be honest with you, I can't really think of anything right now.
I'm gonna be honest. I like this age.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in my prime. I feel like Ali right now. Like everything is like, I'm so much smarter. Like
I feel like it took me this long. I'm not gonna say how many years I am. It took me this long to be the person that I am today, and I am loving the person that I am today.
That glow would be real.
Yeah, so I can't really think of anything.
I will say this: 30 is once you're in your 30s, it's a different kind of like glow up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, shit comes more smooth. Only thing for me is my body hurt. That's
well,
really
what are you doing? Like to be active? Like
I'll be working out and stuff. But you know, I can only take so much now, and sometimes you'll feel good in the gym, and you'll revert back to your younger days.
What does your diet look like?
I eat pretty well. We eat pretty well, right? We eat pretty well. I don't eat like a lot of fast food. I don't eat fast food at all. It has to be like maybe like once every 6 months after a wedding or something. And Checkers is open. You want some fries, something like that. But I'm not going to Popeyes. I didn't eat the chicken sandwich.
I didn't either. Yeah. I don't know what it tastes like.
Not interested.
Yeah, there's too many healthy options now. Healthier options.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
And even if you do eat out, you don't have to eat fast food.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
like
for me,
fast food messes me up.
Yeah.
And I eat it, so I just stay home.
I think I finally kind of just like during quarantine, I was a little bit down on myself only because I feel like I have put on so much weight, and then I've never been bigger than like one. The biggest I've ever been was when I was pregnant with my twins, and I was like 135. So
it's not big at all.
Exactly. So when I hit 135 without being pregnant, I was like, wait a minute, bitch.
But that's not big.
No, it's big for
But
me.
she's short too.
And my height, and the doctor was like, okay, you're in overweight category. I was like, excuse you. I'm a black girl. We supposed to be big, bitch. So, I was afraid I wasn't gonna be able to lose the weight, but at the same time, I wasn't doing shit. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna act like I was eating right. I ain't gonna act like I was working out, and I was working from home, and my kids was going to school from home. Like it was, we was chilling.
Yeah.
And then this summer, I started traveling. So first, when I went to Puerto Rico, it was a lot of walking, and then I went to New York. It was like some more walking, and then I've been in these theme parks with these kids, so some more walking. Last time I went to the doctor, I had dropped 15 pounds. I was like, damn, that was fast.
Yeah. I was going to say, because of your height, they're very extra when it comes to that. They'll say you're obese in a minute because of your height, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, I experienced some of that when I was in the Army back in the day. Like, I'm 6'1", so...
You was in the Army?
Yeah, girl, you know, bang, bang.
Bang, bang!
So, yeah, I have a weird fascination with, like, guns. We'll get at another time.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But when you get, like, they got something called, like, height and weight, right?
Yeah.
And technically, I was supposed to weigh, like, 180. Now I'm 215. There's no way I'm going to be 180. I don't even want to be 180. That might look unhealthy as a 30-year-old man at 6'1", you know what I mean? So, for me, we gained some weight during quarantine because we had, especially during the holidays, because we had, you know, you got Thanksgiving, you got Christmas, you got Friendsgiving, you know what I mean? You got eating the food that you're supposed to be preparing, you know what I mean? You're just eating every damn thing.
Leftover.
Yeah, everybody got Christmas specials and deals so you can order and eat shit. So we did gain, you know, that shit. But I like being in Florida because you're going to sweat.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sweat going to the gym, sweat going home. I play basketball. I'm in a league with some friends. I'm going to sweat doing that. So you just got to find different ways. And I do have a group I work out with. So
yeah, I'm about to start working out because I just want to tone up.
I was going to say, a person like you, it wouldn't take much for you to lose weight.
Yeah.
I'm
still finna get my body snatched. I don't care.
You lost 15 pounds at Great Adventures Universal. You should be on.
Right. I could lose it fast. My metabolism has always been on point.
And that's another thing too. When you get older, the shit you can eat, it diminishes. Like you were saying, like recovering from drinking, you gotta recover from eating like that too.
I gotta recover from drinking freaking milk.
We not
really?
I can't even drink milk.
Yeah.
I don't drink.
You drink whole milk?
I can't.
You gotta drink that almond, girl.
Almond milk.
I drink almond milk.
I like milk products, so I eat a lot of ice cream.
See, black people not meant for dairy.
I eat a lot of cheese.
I had to tell my dairy.
Well, you know, they have non-dairy ice cream that's really good. At Sprouts.
I eat sherbet too.
I do eat sherbet.
Sherbet is my shit. Yeah. I eat a sherbet.
Yeah.
I eat some sherbet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Orange
It
sherbet.
tastes like an icy taste.
Yeah, I like that.
Remind me of the candy
There's
lady in the
even certain
hood.
gelatos out there that you can get this.
I've been trying to stay away from it.
Yeah, get some froyo. That's what the kids say.
Yeah, for
real. My kids gonna look
kids
at me
say froyo.
like, you don't get this healthy shit up out of here.
All right, you got
I got teenagers.
Your kids of age where they eat
like,
anything
I
in
wouldn't
sight.
even tell them. Just give it to them. Because there's something out there that you can't even tell the difference.
That's how I eat frog legs.
Yeah, I used to. My mom used to.
No, I thought it was chicken wings.
Yeah, my mom used to.
They told me it was
Oh, they
chicken
always lie. Let me tell you something. I got family. My family's from Louisiana, right? And they literally eat anything that wants 4 legs. Squirrel, raccoon, all that. Everything.
Like that's cute too.
Yeah, so growing up, they used to just give me stuff, and I'd be like, "What is it?" They'd be like, "It's chicken, girl."
Everything is chicken.
I'm like, "Why am I trying
chicken?
I put different seasoning. Okay, cool. I eat it. I'm like, that shit good as hell. They like, you know what that is you just ate? And I'm like, what? Coon? I'm like a raccoon?
Yeah. Not a
I've never had
sellout.
coon.
Right,
I've
like-
had frog legs, and they are pretty good. My mom told
I
me
ain't
what
have
they were.
nothing but regular meat.
But you West Indian, so regular meat it ain't regular meat.
Y'all be having them spices.
I mean, the most I'll get is goat. Like,
Goat is good.
Yeah, goat is
all
good.
day.
yeah, I mean,
Goat really good.
oxtail.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it's
Y'all be eating cow foot and
That's my mom and my grandmother. Cow
Yeah.
foot, all of
that ain't regular
stuff.
meat to certain people though.
That
ain't
So
regular meat.
regular meat
Cow
is
foot in that
subjective.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I'm not
Tell
eating
me how
that.
my grandmother made it. And she said it for
You know
years,
you
but I
eat
guess
that
I
in
just
that
never
soup.
put
You
2 and 2 together.
suck it
She was
up.
like, "You sick? I'm gonna make you some cow foot soup." I'm like, "All right." Why was there an actual cow foot in my soup, son? I
Yeah,
was like,
nah.
That's
"No."
all it is.
No.
Cow foots.
She was like, "What you thought was in it?" I was like, "But you never put it in my bowl before, lady. Like, why would you do that?"
She took the whole thing.
Yeah, it was a whole
Scrape it
cow
off.
foot like this in my bowl. I was like,
My
"Nah,
grandmother
son."
would do that.
Nah,
Pig
that's some shit you
nose,
gotta give me and not tell
Chicken
me.
feet.
But you gonna see
Right.
it. You gonna notice, and then it'll be like, okay, this
Yeah.
is not no regular meat because it's not even.
We knew what
It's
we were
fat.
eating. Our
Yeah.
people ain't like us. They
That's
told
all
us
it
straight
is.
up.
No, I got tricked into eating frog legs. Now, mind you, after I got tricked, I was just like, why y'all ain't tell me? Like, I wasn't not gonna eat. I'm hungry. You know what I mean? Ain't no other choice here. I'm gonna eat the frog legs. You see what I'm saying? Like that, and they tried to trick me into eating chitlins,
Yeah,
but you can't fake
can't
that smell.
fake
Can't fake it.
Can't
That
fake
shit
that
had the
funk.
whole neighborhood stink. Oh my god.
Did not fake that funk
Mm-mm.
at all.
I never.
My mom
I never
knows how
even
to-
seen chitlins.
My
Good.
mom, yeah,
You don't
my
want
mom and
to.
my sister, they
So
try
I
to
don't
cook it
know
without
what
the
it is.
smell.
I'm gonna just say, if you ever smell chitlins, nobody has to tell you they're chitlins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll
You know
smell
what it
them
is.
and be like, oh,
I
that's
mean,
like
you
that.
look at them and
Yeah.
know what they are.
Look,
But
You eat chitlins?
no,
No.
thank you. 1 star, very ghetto. Do not recommend.
That's a slave dish.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm glad you said it
yeah, that's
because
a slave dish.
it was gonna come right out of my mouth.
I can't rock with slave dishes. Like
I
that.
We're
mean,
free
yeah,
guys.
I was about to say that's
Yeah,
all they
cheap
had.
for them.
Yeah, it
That's
was.
all they had.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cheap, that's
I
what
don't
was
blame.
given to them.
Exactly.
I don't blame them. I'm not. I got
But
a
it's
choice.
the worst
Right,
part of the.
right.
It's the worst part.
Now that
Yeah.
I have a choice,
I
I'm
go to
not
Whole
gonna
Foods.
choose that.
They don't sell chitlins at Whole Foods
Or Trader Joe's.
or Trader Joe's.
Or Sprouts.
Facts.
I mean, there's so many options.
Yeah, I'm not.
Right.
No,
I can't do.
I
They
can't.
really don't sell nothing like that.
I'm not doing that.
Next time I go, I'm gonna ask somebody and be like, "Excuse me, where do y'all keep your chitlins?" I want to see the response I get.
I'm
So
Y'all-
where do you even buying that? Like I've never seen them in
Me
any
neither. I don't even
grocery
know
store. Not
where.
even
Like,
Piggly Wiggly did not.
You probably get
Oh, yeah,
chitlins.
apparently we have.
You probably got to go to a plantation to get chitlins.
You gotta go to an outhouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can go to
Caribbean
a-
place and get chitlins.
Oh, for
Or you
real?
can.
Yeah,
Walmart.
any Caribbean
You
place
can
will
go
have
to a
I've never
Walmart.
seen them
Any
bought. I've
meat-
only seen them made.
Any meat
I smell
market.
them
I know
made.
what they look like.
You can go to Walmart, and then if you're in Michigan, there's
Kroger, Myers.
Yeah, you can go to Myers. They
Yeah.
have it in like the red buckets. It's just you have to go to certain neighborhoods.
bucket?
Yeah,
It's
it's
they
in a
come in a red
bucket.
bucket with a
Gotta
white
fill in the
top on
With a
it.
white top.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's country.
And I think
Yeah.
the little label
Yeah.
got a picture of a pig on it.
Yeah.
What
It's
come in a
bucket.
bucket? Not much come in a bucket.
Because it's all the intestines. Like it's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the-
Soaking in
yeah,
there?
Yeah.
It's soaking.
I don't know. I've never.
I'm smelling it. I know it smells.
Yeah,
because
it's just it's in there with the white lid on it, but it depends
That's
on what
when you
location
open
you go to.
when you open that white lid, that shit gotta punch
They're
you
not
in the
gonna
face.
have it in the Myers in the suburban areas.
Good.
You have
no.
to go to the
You gotta go to the. You gotta go.
See, that's
the correct location.
see, sometimes gentrification is okay. Like if you
Just don't buy it.
I don't even want that to be a choice for my people.
Right, like take it off the shelf completely. Like how
Yeah.
they started that ban on menthol cigarettes. Get rid of it.
Accountability, okay?
Menthols.
They did. They
Don't
made
buy
it illegal. In the next 2 years, them shit's gonna phase out completely.
Probably. I never smoked a cigarette.
Don't buy it. By now, you should know that the shit is not good for you. Don't buy it. But again, that's a personal choice and a personal decision. You have
if you
to
got
make
Big Mama
for
out there,
yourself.
tell her stop eating them shits. That's how you get gout.
If you 40 and I gotta tell you,
if Big Mama's still alive, let her know.
Yeah.
Don't.
Grandma got low
Yeah.
key. Yeah. She's still eating.
stop eating that, man.
See?
You said
All that, yeah.
She Jamaican.
You stop buying it, they'll stop selling.
All right, I got a question since we're on this food topic real quick. Y'all ever go to y'all family, like y'all ever learn something, you know, because we have so much resources to information these days, and you go to an older relative's house and they making food and you be like, I don't eat that. And they look
What is you, Muslim?
Yeah.
That's what my family say when I say I don't eat
Yeah,
pork.
they
What
do
is
that
you,
to me all the
Muslim?
time. Like, all the time.
I'm like, no, it's just dirty.
Yeah. Like,
It's pure dirtiness, which kind of leads into that toxicity topic.
segue.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I grew up pescatarian, so ain't nobody was telling me nothing about no meat because they knew I wasn't really eating nothing. I didn't start eating meat until I was like an adult.
Gotcha.
Basically.
Yeah, I'm not eating pork.
Pork is definitely not on my.
And it's on
not
both
good.
sides of my family. No matter where I turn, I know I'm gonna smell some pork.
It's at a point now where I'm not. It's not even appeasing. Like,
Let me tell you something. So I had quit eating it, right? And then it was like Christmas time, and I was like, I want a piece of that meat, which is the roast pork. So I ate it, and it was so good. The next day,
Tore your
I
ass
got
up.
sick as fuck. You hear
Tore
me?
your ass up.
So last time I was in New York, my grandma, my Panamanian side of my family,
You know what
she
they
only
eat?
eat pork. She was like, you don't eat pork? And I was like, no, I've been stopping eating pork. She's like, well, you don't like pork no more. And I'm like, well, to be honest, I tried to go back to it, and
Pork
I
don't
got
like.
sick.
Yeah, pork don't like meat.
Pork, but
It's
at
not
this
healthy.
point, she said, maybe that's why I have stomach problems. Ma'am.
Yeah. Do you see what pigs eat?
Yeah.
That's just bottom line right there.
But you know what they told me? She said
Pigs
she
eat
only
Anything.
She said chickens is nasty like that too. That's why she won't eat chicken.
Why chickens ain't never hurt my stomach like that.
Right, chicken ain't never did nothing to me.
Chicken don't even got a big enough mouth.
Yeah.
Pigs will eat a human, okay?
So will chickens though.
That's how
But you got. But look how much work you got to do for a chicken.
Exactly. Who gonna do that?
Right.
Who
like
doing that?
grinding humans. I mean, somebody grinding humans, but it ain't common.
Exactly.
It ain't. But feeding a human to a hog, shit.
But you know, the mafia used to do that.
And all you gotta do is chunks and put it in a little barrel and then go in there.
How you know?
Because I've seen it.
Oh.
Like on TV.
Right.
Like,
Come on.
next topic.
Let's talk about this toxic shit
That's
real
why
quick.
I'm
Let's talk
about
about
to
some.
We're about to snitch.
Chopping up bodies.
Oh man, lead the fifth like Bill Cosby.
Right.
So moving right along, toxic. So this topic is more pertaining to like behaviors that you have noticed. Now, I tied it in with aging because it's kind of like when you get older, you start to like we was talking about, you start to realize certain things. So I was thinking about some of the things that I've watched like older family members do, and at some point I caught myself doing the same thing, and then I look back and now I'm like, that's not a good look. Why are we doing this to each other? Why are we doing this? Why are we behaving this way?
Right.
And it's literally like ass down. And like I'll be honest, my family, they know I'm like the black sheep. I'll curse everybody out. I get mad and I'll be like, oh y'all, don't make me pull cards. Stop playing with me. So I got into it with an aunt, and one of the things my mom said to me, it was her sister, one of the things she said is, your generation feels like they have to constantly remind people that they're adults. And they feel like they have to fight or wild out for respect. That's not how you give respect. So this is what I said in response to that. I said, I was raised from y'all, my aunties, because it takes a village, my aunties, my grandmas, all that. I was taught to be an adult meant that you take care of business. Grow up, get a job, get you a nice little place to live, keep it clean, keep it up, take care of your kids, keep your kids on point, keep them respectful, go to work every day, maybe save up a little money, take a little vacation or two, just live life, stay out of trouble. And that's it, right? That's what you need to do to be an adult. Am I right for the most part?
Yeah.
All right, boom. When we do that, though, you still get family members who kind of talk to you like you're 12, 13 years old. And you're like, but hello, hi, I'm an adult now.
We just had this conversation on the way over here. Like literally just had this conversation.
Oh, see, I be on
so
point.
like moving back from New York, right? So I moved back here now going on 3 years. And I've noticed that in a lot of older relatives that they have a lot of toxic traits.
Logic, yeah.
Like and when you try to break stuff down to them, they're looking at you. Yeah,
like
so
you being disrespectful.
Yeah.
Right.
So I've had to have a conversation with my own grandmother. Like I don't know if you noticed this, but I have more different industry work experience than you have. You know what I'm saying? Like I've done way more in my 32 years of living than you've done in yours. Now, not saying you haven't done anything.
Right.
I'm just saying I've dabbled in multiple industries where you may have only worked one for 30 years.
Because that was the way that
because that was the way.
Right.
Yes. But today the world is different, and because you're not out in the world like that, you don't have to navigate through the world. So
you don't understand.
Where a lot of older relatives go wrong is they don't let the younger generation, navigate them the way they're supposed to go.
Right.
And then they end up having falling outs or, not being able to be in the great grandkids or grandkids' lives because you simply refuse to adapt with the family.
A lot of that has to do with the mindsets too. There's, like you were saying, like generational toxic behavior and thinking and traits where in our community, there's this thing where you have to put up with anything when it comes to like family or group.
Yeah.
You don't have the mindset that other, and I'm just gonna be straightforward, that other communities have when it comes to the youth, knowing that the youth is supposed to do better than your generation did, and that's how it's supposed to go. They're supposed to do better than you did, and then the generation that follows them is supposed to do better than they did, and you're supposed to set your youth up with that in mind. They don't. It kind of seems like it's more of a controlling thing.
Yes,
they want to.
We want you to succeed doing what I said to.
Exactly, and
that's what it is. I don't want you to succeed doing what you want to do, because what you want to do is not what I pictured for you.
And it's mostly because they don't picture it for themselves. Most of the time, and I'm gonna be honest with this too. You have a lot of mothers who are jealous of their daughters, and you also have mothers who don't want to see their sons grow in a certain capacity because they've never experienced certain,
or they've never seen their husband
or men in their family or whatever.
Because all they was doing is
so
general labor.
They kind of put you in that box because they don't see it for themselves. They can't, even dream of something, being that way.
Exactly.
And so they put you in that box and get upset when you try to tell them something. But the thing is, no matter who you are, whether you're blood or not, nobody has to put up with disrespect.
Your toxic behavior.
And I don't have to be disrespectful to speak up for myself. And we can definitely have an adult conversation where we can sit down and speak to one another like civilized human beings, but talk to me like I am an adult because I pay my own bills. So
it's one of those things too. Like I tell my family this all the time, especially the older people. Like I got a daughter, so I already have family. I have a girl. I got family. I have enough sperm to make my own family. I don't need y'all.
Not for nothing, but I already put 3 other people on this earth.
I'm okay starting my own family. Like
that's a problem too, though, because I have family members who don't understand that when I say my family comes first, I'm talking about the people who came from me. Like those are the ones I'm referring to, because those are the ones they didn't ask to be here, and I took on the role of mother. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just be feeling like, listen, this is my priority now. I love y'all the same. Don't get it twisted. And I'll ride for you, but this has to come first.
And it's because I'm grown.
And it's because y'all raised me that way. You did it. I'm doing exactly what you told me to do.
I saw a tweet, right? And the tweet said, stay with your parents until you make 6 figures, which in theory
sounds great.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
But somebody quoted the tweet and was like, yes, stay with your parents if you don't want to have sex and you don't want your mental health.
Right.
And I was like, oh shit, that's right on point, because
Right.
I have white friends, right? Love these guys to death, like my brothers, right? They stayed with their parents until they were set, right? I had a buddy of mine get engaged to his college sweetheart, right? They moved in with their parents, right? Parents let them stay there. They had an apartment first. Then they decided to get a house, moved in with the parents. Parents let them stay there until the house was paid for. You know, they was able to move comfortably. Of course, they helped out with bills or whatever the case may be. Gave no shit. I know this because I've been, I was there to see it physically, right? So being transparent, we do the same. We're getting a house built, right? So we were living with my grandmother. And at first it was okay until the my house, my rules thing came. And then we got into this huge argument, right? About how, like her, about utility bills, right? So me, I'm a business person. I have businesses. I'm an entrepreneur. I know how to crunch numbers on the spot. So bring me a bill. I pay you double of what the bill is and then some per month. So if I'm only here using, let's say, utilities, right? And you bring me a bill that's one half of what I give you per month. That means each other check you should have for 2 months ahead that I'm giving, right? But because they don't know how the world works and they can't necessarily compute that fast, the argument is you're not paying me enough because I spent the money that I have already. And it's like, why am I having this argument with you when you know I'm only here to save for the house that I'm building, to create wealth? Like, and then that's another argument we have. Well, why don't you just get a job and blah blah. Well, how's that worked out for our family so far? How's that retirement going? You know what I mean? If we're having this a financial argument, a fiscal argument, you tell me how that's going on.
How that worked out?
How's that work?
Did it work out amazing for you?
Yeah, that's not the life I want to live. And if we're going to create any generational wealth, somebody has to take the risk. And
I don't mind it being me.
Exactly. And if it's got to be me,
I'll be the fucking guinea pig. Guinea pig this shit all day, bro.
Exactly. And it's a lot of the baby boomers have this problem.
Yes.
Because they constructed the hardships in society that we have to deal with today. Right? So they made the rules and the laws and shit when our parents
made our beds hard, so we have to lay in it.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
So now that we figured out how to make the bed, they are not liking it because we didn't make the bed how they wanted it to be made. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those things where
work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Right, because the other way is a trap.
Yeah.
Like truth be told, like my grandmother said to me, all of my grandkids failed me because nobody went into the medical field. First of all, lady, do you know your grandchildren? No, first of all, none of us ain't got no bedside manner to be talking to no patients. That's first. Second of all, nobody was interested in it. And the one that was, she's doing it her own way. She's like, yeah, but you had the book smarts. I didn't want to use my book smarts for that.
Yeah.
I want to use my book smarts for something else. And that's okay.
Which they make books for. Something else. There's books for everything. All the time. And and believe it or not, getting into like, DJing and even acting, right? Mm-hmm. So we met on an actual movie set. I endured so much shit talking, like during that, what was that, a week, 2 weeks during that shooting.
Really?
Yeah. My grandmother, because she didn't think that I would be acting in a movie which I got paid for.
Oh, she thought you was playing.
Yeah. So when I'm like, I'm going to set, like every day I would come to set. I would come back.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, we're going to have to, what time is it?
We almost there.
I would come back and, she would just have little smart comments to say, or, we get into little spats and she'd be like, yeah, because you're going shooting some movie, right? Then she watched it. Like, the movie came out, right? I didn't know, we didn't know the movie came out.
Yeah.
Right? That's a whole other situation. Oh, Lord. But apparently somebody from church saw the movie.
Church.
First of all, how did you even watch it. First of all, you watched it.
Well,
it wasn't a church.
The person from church, be that it may, is a cool person.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. That's. It made sense that they would have known that the movie was there. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Okay.
But because my grandma goes to church, that's how she found out that the movie was out before I did.
Your grandson.
Yeah. Hey, this is your grandson, right? So I come in the room, right? She called me in the room. She's like, "Is this what you were talking about? The movie?" Mind you, it's a year later. I'm like, "Yeah, like that helped pay some of the bills. You know, I got paid from that." She's like, "Oh, not bad." So I called it right out. Yeah, this is the movie you said I wasn't shooting, remember? Like, this is the movie that you didn't think was going on. Like, when I was, you know, sending audition tapes and doing all that stuff, and you was looking at me weird. This is what happened. This is the result. It's literally on the app that you're watching on the Fire Stick.
But it's the nonchalance for me.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody said you did a good job in the movie. Yes, I know. I was there when I did it.
Thank you, Grandma.
What do you think I've been trying to tell you this whole time? So it's just one of those things where because they don't know how the world works, they don't understand that you can get paid for your passions. And it don't necessarily have to take you 15 years to do that, like back in the day. Because
I think it's more so like, I don't think they don't, well, it can be a combination of them not understanding how the world works now in the aspects of it's a lot easier now than it was back then for people to become a movie star or you know a
famous in some way.
Yes, a famous singer, or you know, it was you know, a little bit harder for them to get through that pavement as opposed to now we have a lot more resources. Times have changed, so they don't get that sometimes. So oh, bless her heart. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. I was just glad I was proved right. If that movie
it came out.
If that movie would have come out, I still would have been hearing about it. She said, "Oh, okay, all right."
I don't know. We got to bring these old folks up to speed, man. Some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I do think that
I think that like
times are getting better.
I think they're starting to open up a little bit more because of like, I guess more so with the stuff they see on TV. Because like,
and this generation is like really like, you know,
in your face.
We're standing our ground.
Right.
Yeah.
So sometimes my grandmother will see something on TV and she'll call me and she's like, "Did you hear so-and-so?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "What you think about that?" And I'd be like, "Well, I mean, it's their life, so I guess you're right. It is their own life." I'm like, "Girl, stop minding people's business." I tell her that all the time. I'll be like, "Girl, stop minding people's business."
Yeah. You know what kind of shifted my grandma's mindset? I started like calling her out.
Exactly.
So she'd be like, when I was do my events, right? And I mean, I'm up late at night. I'm up early in the morning.